morning, everyone. We start off today's news with a very controversial topic nowadays, technology. The lack of privacy is a problem all types of people are facing nowadays. We start off our technological controversies with the Circle. The Circle has just invented a small HD camera that can be hidden pretty much anywhere. The cameras can be monitored through your phone. This camera is an invasion of privacy because they can be hidden in private spaces like bathrooms or showers. Google has invented Google Glasses, and its facial recognition can detect and store information from people that you saw with the glasses. This is an unauthorized invasion of people's privacy. Google Street View is a feature that was added to Google Maps in May 2017. People's faces could be seen, which caused Google to be sued. Google had to blur out all the faces from the program. The Pennsylvania School District built in webcams to monitor the use of their students' laptops. The school admitted they had more than 56,000 photos and screen grabs gathered by the webcams and the security software installed on the laptops. They were later sued for invasion of privacy. Another technological controversy is an artist called Risa Puno went to a Brooklyn Arts Festival and she got people to share their private information with her, fingerprints, images, and even their social security numbers with her, all in exchange for a delicious cinnamon cookie. In 2010, Facebook violated their users' privacy by making key types of information public without proper consent or warning. Lack of privacy is really present in the Circle because this company stores people's information, location, and knows everything they do and have done. Technology is also being represented in art, which is what Pamela is going to talk to you guys about.
In this picture, you can see how everything is connected, which represents how the internet works, how all of its information is connected. Information from all around the world, from everyone, is in the same place, that internet. In the Circle, people are connected through social media, since if you say that you are interested in some activity, you are instantly connected with other people that have chosen that activity as their favorite. Also, everything is connected in the app Through You, which is the app that the Circle created to connect all the information from different sites, from your bank account to your email. Everything is linked.
Technology is something that affects our everyday lives, which is why there are many works of literature that talk about this. For example, the book The Circle, and many other works which Pamela is going to talk about.
Hi Mariana. Like The Circle, there are other smaller works of literature that include technology and social media and how they take control over our lives. An example would be Enough by Ellen Bass, which is a poem that talks about the speaker's mother-in-law that has dementia. And first, the speaker starts talking about all the beautiful things in life that most people enjoy. Then it shows how the speaker is affected by its relative's sickness and says how she sometimes has suicidal thoughts. In The Circle, May also has a family member with a disease, which is her dad. She's also affected by it, and when she first knew about that, their parents were having trouble with the insurance company, and she feels really sad and guilty. She doesn't know whether she should stay working at the Circle or quit to be with them. The illness also complicates her relationship with her parents. May wants to help her father, but because he doesn't want her to see him sick, he pushes her away, which she gets upset about. She also gets mad when her dad got a seizure and no one told her, everything wasn't under control. She was worried about him. Another example would be Manifesto of the Lyric Selfie by Becca Claver. The poem talks about how people get so obsessed with looking perfect. Through selfies, they seem flawless. They want the world to know everything about them, or at least the improved version of themselves. People's lives are being consumed by social media. In the circle, social media is very important. In one part of the book, Mace asks to use it more often. The company wants all of its employees to be connected with each other. They think the best way to accomplish this is by being an active social media user. Because of this, May was determined to increase her party rank score, which is a reward for being an active social media user. The circle's employees would post everything that's going on in their lives on social media. They knew each other's interests, events they were attending, and even what they were doing at the exact moment. Another example similar to the past one would be a poem about social media addiction by Sophia Rajkumar Singh. This poem is similar to Manifesto of the Lyric Selfie by Becca Claver, since it talks about how social media users are obsessed with feeling accepted and looking perfect. Because of this, people get obsessed with staying connected and won't go offline. In the circle, May gets obsessed with having a high party rank score. In her case, perfection is having a very high score, not necessarily looking perfect. The approval she wants is not from her co-workers, but from her bosses. Because of the need to get a high party rank score, she feels the need to stay connected on social media for a very long time. Another poem would be What New Name by Qasim Ali. The poem is talking about how our lives are all technological nowadays. We involve technology in everything of our daily life, even emotional intimacy. The poem claims our society is governed by it. The poem says, your scores are neither high enough to qualify, nor deep enough to be legible, nor detailed enough to play from. It is mentioning how useless scores are, but yet important. What I meant with scores are useless, but yet important, is that they don't show any of our abilities, but yet people consider them really important when giving you a job. The speaker says that we are very dependent on technology. We don't even know what day it is or the temperature without it. In the circle, everything revolves around technology. They have apps for socializing, for locating people, for knowing everything someone is doing at all times. Everything they need is part of the circle's app. Technology is in control of everything in this company. In the poem From a Satirical Romance by Juana Inés de la Cruz, the speaker of the poem is saying that men are the reason for why women misbehave, but they are the ones who judge them the most. In the circle, Tyler Gospodinov, who passed himself off as Calden, is one of those three wise men. These men are the ones who founded the company The Circle. Ty had the vision to simplify the internet through the app True You, which is an app that combines all the online information. Unfortunately, he didn't have the vision to see what the unintended consequences might be. All life was channeled through one network.
Tamara's analysis describes people's preference of transparency over privacy as the worst part of the book. I agree with her for the most part, but I also believe transparency has its pros. For example, transparency helps solve crimes, but it can come to a point where too much transparency becomes creepy. For example, you could know a person so well even if you don't know them, only from their Facebook profile or their Instagram page. You can see where they live, what and where they studied, if they're married, what music they like, who they hang out with, everything. All your life is exposed on a platform that anyone can see. As soon as you upload something, it's public property. It's up for anyone to take. But then again, just like Tamara, the author of this analysis, claims, the worst part is that people actually crave transparency. They want to be recognized, noticed, and seen. They want to know that they left their mark on this world. They want proof that they existed. But just as technology invades our privacy, it can also be beneficial in many ways. As Tamara and the book say, technology makes our lives more practical. It helps us communicate more easily, it saves time, you could do more with less, and it could also improve your profit.